Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dungeon Learner's Guide. Today we're doing something a little bit different. So recently, for the holidays, I went home to visit my family and I found a big box that had a bunch of cards and other memorabilia and stuff in it from when I was younger. So I figured what we could do is go through, kind of piece together some of the stuff in there. I will be upfront with you, I'm pretty confident none of it is magic. I didn't get into magic until I was in middle to high school. And a lot of this is from elementary school, so I do expect Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, maybe some other random things in there. But I thought it might be kind of fun to, like I said, just kind of go through it. I can't put the whole box up on here because there are some other things in there that, are a little bit more personal and stuff. So we're only going to be really taking a look at the cards. But with that being said, there's already a couple of I think these are Yu-Gi-Oh dual zone things in there. So I know there's Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in there. And then I also have a couple of these little binders here. And I want to double check because I know, so one of them we got to kind of cover because I got from a friend. And so it's got his name on it. But we'll cover that up. And we'll kind of just take a look, see what some of the stuff that we got as we're going through. I mean, I, at this point, know very little about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything else. So if anything sticks out or is relevant of note, please do let me know, because we're just gonna kind of go through, see what's around. A lot of these look like, oh man, see, this is where I'm gonna get things wrong, like the original base set, I think, of Pokemon. Base set, or I want to say this is fossil, this little symbol here, and I know the glare is kind of bad, but right there, I think that's fossil, which I think was the second set maybe. So beyond that, my knowledge of the Pokemon TCG drops off pretty drastically. I still have, there's some Mews here. Look at that. Again, I have no idea what's good. I imagine that Pokemon kind of falls under the same power creep issues that Magic and a lot of other card games have, where they kind of, the original sets don't really do much at this point. I think they're probably just a little, unfortunately, power crept. Oh, some of these are poking out. But there's a Weezing. I do like a good Weezing. I imagine most of these are not playable at the moment. I also don't know how Pokemon TCG works in terms of legality. I imagine a lot of these are not legal in a lot of formats. If it's similar to standard for Magic or something like that. Holy cow, there's 3 more Mews in here. That's 5 total. And what is this? This is this Pikachu here. It's got a little imprint on it. Kids WB presents Pokemon the first movie. So that's probably a promo from the first movie. It's pretty sweet. This is a Dragonite. I assume this is good. I know about Pokemon in terms of the Pokemon themselves. I've played all of the games. I still play all of the games, but the cards, I am not as knowledgeable. There's a lot of Kabuto and Ammonites in here. And a lot of Horsey and Grimer. Okay. So that's one of our little binders. Like I said, we've got a couple. I'm not sure where to put this stuff now that I'm done with it. I'm going to set it over here for now. We have another one. Looks like it is Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm assuming that's a good thing. Or it could also be Pokemon, actually. So I was very organized as a child, apparently. Some trainer cards, some energies, because you got to put your energies and your basics and things alongside your Vileplumes. I think that's a hollow Vileplume too. Cool. But apparently this was, there's some stuff in here, some dark Charmeleons, dark Machoke, dark Dragonite. What I'm assuming is a Japanese Phanpy. It's kind of cool. Some more basics. Or they're not basics, are they? They're energy. See, it's the Magic player in me coming out. Another Japanese Sudowoodo this time. No clue what these cards do. Giovanni's Nidoran. So it looks like this is probably where a lot of my trainer cards wound up. And I'm not sure how many of them are relevant or good. I'm kind of just looking at this for fun, and I figured other people may also be interested. Lots of potions. Some Moo Moo Milk. See, there we go. Representation of the best Pokemon in all of Pokemon, Miltank. If you couldn't tell, it is by far my favorite. Literally have it tattooed on my wrist. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll actually be some Miltanks in here. I'm not sure when I would have stopped collecting the cards, because like I said, we saw like Sudowoodo, which would be like second generation. I'm not sure if it goes all the way up to third generation, if there's anything in here for that. There's another dark card. I'm assuming the darks are different than the normal ones, but I could not tell you in which way. Sabrina's Abra. There's a Vaporeon. Don't get any ideas. An unknown. Which unknown is that? Is that F? Yeah. Unknown F. Huh. Neat. Okay. So our second binder, in this case our Yu-Gi-Oh binder, even though it's not Yu-Gi-Oh. And then we have a third of those little binders as well. This one here. This one's a little bit more beat up than the others. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it looks like this might have been like the first of those that I had. So we got, there's a Charizard. Foily Charizard. I assume that's a pretty good card, right? Vileplume. Dratini, Bellsprout. So one thing I do like about Pokemon that I wish Magic did a little bit more are these like not live, I guess like real life pictures. So it's like something made out of clay or like yarn. And I know that they did a little bit of that for some of the sagas that have been made. They've been like carved into like metal and had a picture taken of them or something, but it'd be cool to see a lot more of that. Okay, so this looks like the binder that's actually got like the good stuff in it. We got the foily Wigglytuff there. There's a Beedrill. Let's see. Pidgeotto, Magmar, Arbok, Rhydon, Hypnose, Voltorbs. Yeah, see, this is also a different card. Again, I'm not sure how well this shows up, but this is definitely like a different card frame. So I'm assuming it's from a different set, even though I couldn't tell you what set it's from. So if you do know, let me know down in the comments, because I'll be perfectly honest. I'm great at telling you what like Magic sets things are from, but I do not know Pokemon set symbols at all. And some of them, like this Voltorb here, don't even have a set symbol. So I'm assuming that's like base or basic or whatever it was, like the original set. Got another Phanpy with the weird base over here. Or border, I guess, not base. Shuckle with an ungodly amount of text on it. Does that show up at all? There's so many words on this Shuckle. Shuckle OP confirmed. Let's see. Misty Seal. So this Lickitung here, I don't know if it's this Lickitung card in particular, but I know this, like this exact card, I mean, this physical one. But when I was a kid, there was a claw machine game at like a local Walmart or Meijer or something like that. And there was this Lickitung card sitting in there, and like little Zach was just like, I want that Lickitung card. And I played that game so many times, and eventually I did wind up winning it, you know, spending $5 for what was like a 10-cent card at the time. And I imagine it has not gone up in value. And I don't know if this is that exact Lickitung, or I just also had multiple Lickitungs but decided I wanted more. But that is one of my major memories involving that card, at least. Got some more. See, this is another set symbol too. It's got like the R for like, it's got like the Team Rocket R. Some more Pikachus. Oh, there's the an English version of that Sudowoodo from earlier. Flail, Rock Throw. Okay. So now we know what that Sudowoodo does. Got a Pidgeotto, Jigglypuff. See, oh, here's the first movie promo on this Electabuzz here. I wonder if it was just electric type Pokemon. I'm trying to think. The first movie, I think that was the one with like Mewtwo, right? Did Electabuzz play a prominent role in that movie? It's been so long since I've seen it. A couple other foils. There's a Foily Vaporeon, Foily Hitmonlee. See, the other thing too is I'm assuming that little Zach was at least smart enough to only put like 2 cards in each of these, like a front and a back. But there is a solid chance that there are other cards like hidden in here somewhere. I don't anticipate that fully being the case, but Still a possibility. Another Dragonair. Not a Dark Dragonair this time, though. Again, not sure which one's better. Mew. So that makes, what, 6 Mews? Hopefully it's a good card, because I got a bunch of them. And then, ooh, a Zapdos. Zapdos is a good one, right? All right, so those are all of the, like, little binders. But I will be honest, I do still have some big binders. I have this one that you can see it's got, like, I'm going to kind of cover some things on it because it does have, don't want to dox people, but there you go. Some Pokemon things. And then, oh, there's some more on the back too. Some stickers. I'm going to try to open this up as well as I can. This one's pretty full. And this is, this one is not, is there something here? This one is not Pokemon. Oh, there is a card here. This is baseball. There is one card separate from all the rest. Rod Carew of the Minnesota Twins. Labeled $8. So either I spent $8 on this. So I don't remember personally collecting baseball cards as a kid, but I know my grandfather did, and I know he gave quite a few of them to me. But this is this honestly, I know less about this than I do about the Pokemon cards. So I have no idea. Personally, I am and I may get some hate for this, I am a Tigers fan and also a Nats fan, considering I've, lived in places where both of those teams were relevant. So those are probably the ones I would be looking out for. But yeah, see right there in Detroit. These are some pretty old ones. I don't know how old they are. I don't know if any of these are worth anything. I don't know. Baseball cards are a weird one to me, because I know things like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, there's like a game that can be played with it, right? But with baseball cards, I think there's no game. You just collect them, and they have like stats on the back of them and some information about the players, I'd imagine. A lot of these don't look super old, but some of them do. Like, I imagine this one's a little bit older. But again, I have no clue what you would even look for in baseball cards. So if someone has any knowledge of baseball cards, let me know in the comments, because I would love to have at least some idea of what is in here. Oh, there's even foil baseball cards. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. This one here is foil, like the whole thing. And then this one's like a I guess in Magic it'd be like a fractured foil, right? It's got like the shiny star-like things. Oh, this one's also foil. The Jose Iglesias card. Don't know what that means. Some more. Oh, there's some Pokemon hiding in here. So it's not all baseball cards. But yeah, so it looks like they've just got like stats on the back of them for the players, which like is cool. I imagine as a baseball player, like once you get a card, you're probably like, that's it, right? You've made it. Some more Pokemon cards. Oh, these are in order too. So Bulbasaur, Ivysaur. Must not have a Venusaur. Charmander, Charmeleon, another Charizard. 2 Charizards is pretty sweet. We also got the foily Blastoise down there. Is this the whole 150? Oh, it is. Okay. So this is the original 150. Maybe 151 if Mew is in here. Looks like in order of numbers. Although I don't think... This is where my knowledge is going to fail me, but I don't think some of these are from the same set. So I don't think this Raichu is from the base set, which implies to me that I mixed and matched as a kid and just like, oh, I want the original 150, but it doesn't matter what set they're from. Got a foily Nidoking down here. We're missing Clefairy of all things. Weird. Wonder why we're missing a Clefairy. Wasn't there a Clefairy in one of the other binders? So like I had one, I just didn't put it in. Okay, a foily Venomoth over here. Looks like it's almost all of them. There's not too many missing. Machamp foilies. And a lot of these look like they are from the original set or like the first couple of sets. Shiny Magneton. I also don't know, in terms of Pokemon, especially the very early ones, I don't know if anything could be in foil. I feel like it couldn't, right? Like I feel like I can't find like a seal in foil, but you could find some of the rarer ones like the starters and things like that. So we're missing one here. Looks like Hitmonchan. And then another one here. This one, I couldn't tell you what it is, honestly. It's a single form between Tangela and Horsey. Scyther, Magmar, Jinx, something like that. Or are they here? They're here. So I have no clue what that one would be. I don't know what this one would be either. Man. Not as well versed in the original 150 as I thought in terms of placements. I might be able to get it eventually, but it is not a right now thing. Shiny Gyarados, shiny Ditto. Looks like we're missing Jolteon or Flareon. Oh, both of them. Okay, we're just missing both Jolteon and Flareon. We got the three birds, the three legendary birds. We do have a Mewtwo in here, and we do have another Mew, so that makes like 7 Mews. That's so many Mews. And then we just have some extras and some Gen 2 as well. Shuckle, Skiplooms. I have no idea how young Zach decided to organize the rest of this. Like the 150 I get, right? Like those are all the same things, kind of in the same spots. But there's another Dark Wartortle. Giovanni's Meowth. Oh, there's another unknown. That one's T. Lieutenant Surge's Voltorb, Sabrina's Haunter. Oh wait, I almost skipped right past this. A couple of these are in, I believe, Spanish. These two trainers up here. Entrenador. Yeah, it must be Spanish, right? Cool. Could not tell you where those would have come from. Genuinely no idea. Also, tell me why this Meowth here has an attack just called Cat Fleas. What is that a thing? Flip a coin of heads, the defending Pokemon is now confused, but it does no damage? That seems like not great. Oh, interesting. So like these ones up here are like Blaine's or Erica's, and they have their little pictures. Did the rest of those have those? And I was just blind? Oh, they did. Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice that. Shows how well I pay attention, I guess. Got another Dark Charmeleon. Cute little Dratini. Yeah, Quilava, Kingdra. Ooh, Dark Charizard. That's pretty sweet, right? I assume. Nail Flick. I like how they come up with some of these attacks for Pokemon that just like don't actually exist. Like, what the heck is a Nail Flick? What does that do? There's also a Smoochum here. Abra, Seadras, another unknown, looks like Q. Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't seen anything, I don't think, from anything past Gen 2. We got a Larvitar. Oh, we got the Mew. Oh, man. What? This was like a promo for a movie, wasn't it? Oh, man, what movie was it? Was it the first movie, or was it a different one? The Ancient Mew, right? I'm kind of scared to take some of these out of the binder because I have no idea if they're actually worth anything, and I don't want to just like ruin things. Some more Rattatas. Dark Primeape versus Real Primeape, I guess. Sabrina's Mr. Mime. Terrifying. Bunch of Pikachus. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card here, team. We did it. We have baseball, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh all represented in the same thing. That is Dark Room of Nightmare. I can't tell. I think it's foily. I cannot tell. But yeah, I know there's, like I said, I know there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards somewhere in this box. So there we go. That's the end of this one, I guess. Oh, there's another Spanish trainer card. Switch. Looks like you just swap out one of your active Pokemon with one of your Pokemon on the bench. Neat. All right. Let's see if I can not hit my camera. There we go. This one I don't know where to put. The other two fit at the edge of my desk. This one certainly will not. So I'm going to set it over here on the floor. And we're going to see what else we got. Oh my goodness. We have a box. Oh jeez. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a nightmare. Ugh. This is quite literally just a box of cards. Oh dear. Oh no. And oh, and it is everything. Okay, so we got some energies. We got a Caterpie. I'm gonna try to set this stuff to the side and hope for the best. Some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So our first like actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards, other than the one. And it, man, I tell you what, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot as a kid. I imagine most people did, right? Like the TV show, you get the hype. But after playing Magic for so many years, and even just looking at these Pokemon cards that I just had, the size difference in the cards is so noticeable. Like, look how much bigger that Pokemon card is. It's wild. All right, what else we got? An Ancient Gear Beast, and oh my goodness, Manju of the 10,000 Hands. This is one of the main reasons, honestly, I'm not a big Yu-Gi-Oh person, is just there's so much text. Like, there's so many things going on. It looks like this is mostly just like... Oh, here's all the rest of my trainer cards. There's Fossils, Gust of Wind. We got another couple of baseball cards. These are for Jay Booner, and Mark Lewis. Sure. Why not? But it looks like most of the cards in here might be just like energies. Hopefully they're sorted. If not, oh no, maybe they're not all energies or trainers. Oh my goodness. I don't think I knew what I was getting myself into. Oh my goodness, there's more cards down here. I don't know. I don't think I knew what I was getting myself in. Oh my goodness, these are just Uno cards. What the heck? They're not even all facing the same way. Oh, young Zach was a menace. So, you know, high quality, valuable Uno cards for sure. Collectibles without a doubt. Are there more in there? Yes, there's a couple more. Okay. So, there's also these. What are these? Oh my goodness. We got more trading cards, team. We got Digimon. Holy cow, are they all... Some of them are not from the same card game, in fact. Some of them are also upside down. But oh man, dude, I used to love Digimon as a kid. I have no clue what any of this means, though. And I know that there's a Digimon card game now that is pretty successful that I imagine they probably did a better job with because this kind of faded away pretty quick. But like, it's a square type rookie Crabmon that can spend things to do things. I have no clue. Crabmon, Kiwimon, Rockmon. Got some champions. Red Vegiemon, Tapirmon, Tuskmon, Bidramon, Gazimon. Okay, and then there's like... I imagine these would be equivalent to magic, like sorceries, maybe? Because it's like a disc effect. Change your Digimon power to green. This does not change your battle type. Sure. Oh, we got a Lopmon. I do love a good Lopmon. We got Mega Kabuterimon. See, and this... So, okay, this is the tough one. Because I know there was a time period when Digimon came out where Megas didn't exist. And I don't know if this card game came out before Megas existed or not. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. Okay, so these are different cards, but they're still Digimon. I'll flip it upside down. Dinobimon, it's an ultimate. These ones probably, yeah, if this has War Growlmon, this is like later on. So this definitely had Megas by the time these exist. Speaking of, there's a Mega right there. Seraphimon. Okay, Phanimon, Thundermon. Yeah, so there's some... Oh my goodness. This box is going to be a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I also have no idea how long this video is going to be, because I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get through all this stuff. Wizardmon, Otamamon, Octomon, a Digivice, ooh, a fancy Metal Greymon. See, this was the one, I think when we were flipping through, that had like the weird back, right? Yeah. So this one doesn't look like it's a card game. This one just looks like it's a collectible. Like, where did this come from? What is it used for? If anyone sees anything as I'm going through this and is like, oh, that's from XYZ, please let me know in the comments, because could I look all this up? Yes, but I imagine there are people that are more involved and or smarter than me in the comments that will know a little bit more about what's going on. Got a Skull Greymon, some more of these odd looking ones. So I think these ones are part of a card game. What's it say? Detector card game. But they don't have a lot of detail on them. They have the 8, which I'm assuming is like a power thing. They have like the type, I'd imagine. They have a code, whatever the code is. Special effect, discard 1 card from your Digi-Life deck to Digivolve to Mega. Special effect, this Digimon can't Digivolve. That just sounds like a bad special effect. I'm not going to lie to you. Alright, continuing on. Agumon, Greymon, Biomon, Birdramon. Yeah, so like some of the OGs in here. Palmon, Leomon, everyone's favorite, I don't know, sacrificial lamb. Metal Greymon. Oh my goodness. These all being upside down. I guess as a kid, I didn't care too much about like orientation of things, but like if you look at my Magic collection now, it is all sorted out by like color and alphabetized and sorted through, and oh my god, these being upside down is killing me. I hate it. Nannymon. Dude, I used to hate this guy as a kid. I thought he was so creepy and so weird. I was not a fan. Cunimon. Patamon, another OG, right? Ogremon. Okay. Sukamon. So, I used to play the Digimon World, the original Digimon World for the original PlayStation. And obviously as a kid, I'm like 6 years old. I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't understand why I keep getting like Sukamon and Numamon every single time I Digivolve something, because I just like ran my Digimon into the ground and didn't care about them getting sick or tired or anything. So it was just like, oh yeah, like I just keep getting these same junk Digimon. Ooh, look at that. That's a shiny one. That's a Phoenixmon? Yeah, no special effect, just a shiny Phoenix. Ooh, some of these are, I don't know if you can hear that, but some of them, like, they're peeling almost. Oh yeah, see, there's the Numamon himself. Oh, he's a mollusk Digimon. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I see why they're peeling a little bit. There's some foilies. So it looks like this Tortamon, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it is foily, but it's also like a little bit warped. It doesn't really show up very well, but it's warped, and then like some of the foil treatment is like peeling off the side of it. We have a Digivice, Power Blast. Yeah, there's another one in here. Yeah, Metal Edamon here. He's another one that's peeling. You can just like feel it as you're kind of skipping through the cards, and it's really hard to see. But there's definitely like the edge of this card is peeling up. That's too bad. Dolphamon, Magnamon. I didn't know Magnamon existed that early in the game. Oh, Devimon. I love this little dude. I think he's fun. I think he's cool. Takugamon, Gomamon. There we go, though. This is the best Digimon. If you say it's anyone else, you're wrong. Gomamon is the correct answer when people say what is the best and what is your favorite. It's Gomamon. You gotta get them fishies attacks. Growlmon. Oh my goodness. That's just a Quillfish. That can also punch you, I guess. Kind of trying to go a little bit quicker through these, because I know we're going to spend a lot of time going through this box, I'd imagine. But... oh, there's another foil. So, I imagine then, if this is in foil, that this Digimon card game, because this is the same one, yeah, this would have been a card game where maybe anything could be foil? Or is this just because it's like an ultra Digivolve power option? Ikakumon. Floramon, some more. Oh, there's another foily, a Saber Leomon. These ones aren't peeling, though. This one seems to be in relatively decent shape. Oh, it also, I think this is our first one for this card game. It's a Mega. So Mega must have existed. Because like I said, I played a lot of Digimon World as a kid, and Mega didn't exist when that game came out. Because I think that at the point they were in the TV show, they hadn't introduced Megas yet. Because I don't think Megas got introduced until... Oh my goodness, I'm going to get it wrong. It was like Venom Myotismon, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the first Mega shown in the TV show. And I imagine most of this is based pretty heavily off of the TV show. Okay, cool. So I think that's all the Digimon cards. If there's a couple more kind of scattered in there, there is a possibility. But it looks like a lot of these are trainer cards now for Pokemon. So some trainers. Oh my goodness. Y'all need a gust of wind? Holy cow. Oh my goodness. And energy retrieval. Okay, so some of these... Holy cow. Oh, there's another Spanish one. Some of these were relatively sorted. I don't like this art for this Jigglypuff. It's so sad getting pulled out by a claw machine. Some super potions, Pokemon centers, defenders, Cerulean City Gym. So another game that I used to play when I was younger, I know that there was like a TCG, like a Pokemon TCG video game for... Ooh, a light Vaporeon. You may hear me get distracted a few times. But I know there was a Pokemon TCG video game for... Now I'm stuck on how to pull stuff out. For the, Game Boy, right? I don't know if it was Game Boy or Game Boy Color, but I know that existed. This is just a bunch of energy. Oh, not quite. Okay. And I played that when I was younger, so, I had a basic knowledge of how the trading card game worked, but obviously it was... hard to actually make it the actual game. So I imagine that there were some things I didn't quite know in there. These are also mostly sorted. A lot of Vaporeons. I don't trust the internet with how many Vaporeons are in this box. Dark Gyarados. A Wooper. Look at him. He's so cute. Merrills, Psyducks. So again, these are, kind of sorted. They're at least sorted out by type. Apparently we get one fire type. Interesting. And I know I'm kind of going pretty quick through. Okay, hang on. I have a complaint. We'll get to that in a second. Give me a second. Look through the rest of these. Bunch of Onyxes. All right, so my complaint here, right? We see this Swinub. Why is my boy Swinub here? Why is he a fighting type? Which I imagine the fighting type refers to rock and ground and all of that, right? But if we go back, I'm pretty sure there was a Piloswine, wasn't there? Okay, what the heck? Why is Piloswine a water type and Swinub is not? Are they from the same set? They're not from the same set. So maybe they switched it at some point and they made, they started with this type because they were like, oh, it's ground, right? But then it makes more sense to make them the blue. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know how Pokemon works. I'm going to try to keep these sorted out as they were. I'm going to run out of space on my desk. It's going to happen. See if I can get the rest of this. Oh my gosh, this box is so much deeper than I thought it was. Okay, so some more fighting types. Bunch of Machops. Oh my god, a bunch of Machops. Graveler. Is that foil? I can't tell if it's just really smooth. I think it's just really smooth. Some Geodudes and some Gravelers and some Machokes. I'm curious though, in terms of the sorting, why some of them are sorted the way that they are. Why are these Mankeys different colors? I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but this Mankey, this one, is the exact same card as this. They're even from the same set. But the actual, physical card is lighter. It's, almost, whiter. Huh. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of these are... Okay, so this is another one. Weren't Omastar and Omanite at one point, blue? Weren't they the water types? And, they even need water energy. Why are they the fighting type? That doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, it's right there. Why are they different? Why did they do this to my mans? I don't understand what's happening. And like, as I'm sorting these, again, I assume that I sorted these because I imagine my parents would not have done this. So why do we have like Cyndaquil and then Magmar and then Charmeleon and then Charmander? Because like they're not alphabetical. Because there's an Arcanine and a Growlithe, but they're also not like fully sorted out by what they. Oh, that's a cool artwork on that one though. Look at that. Brock's Vulpix, that's pretty sick. Ponytas. Lots of Ponytas. Oh my god, so many Ponytas. Y'all need a Ponyta? I got you covered, apparently. Okay. Let's see if we can get the rest of this stack. Oh, I think I missed one down there. I did. Come here. Out of the box. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. Shuckles. Misty's Goldeen's. See, now we're kind of like losing the sorting. Now they're just kind of... See, there's the Lickitung again. So I knew I had multiple. So the fact that I spent so long trying to get it out of a claw machine is not great. not a good reason to be getting it out. I don't trust these Grimers. I think, okay, so this is going to be a random aside, but I believe... Is this not a censored card? I remember seeing something somewhere at some point in time, or maybe it was a fever dream, I don't know, about how this Grimer card had to be censored because its eyes were originally pointing up, like looking up this person's skirt for some reason. I don't know why that is stuck in my head the way it is. Also, why is Grimer green? Should Grimer not be like the pink, the psychic type? Anyway. There's your fun fact of the day, and if I'm wrong, there's your fun, incorrect fact of the day. Ooh, Dark Persian. Yeah, see, these are not in like any sort of order at this point. We've just kind of gone off the rails. I feel like at some point I got tired, and I was just like, you know what? Ooh, fancy Dark Gloom. And I was just like, you know what? We're done. Like, I'm not putting these in any specific order. I'm tired. Ooh, Girafarig. Okay. So that's that. That's it for that stack. Let's start taking from this stack, I guess. We'll try to clear out them. Oh, some of these are in sleeves, I think. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? Okay. I'm dropping things. Alright, Misty's Dugong. Dratini's, Marowaks, Gravelers, Charmeleons. Then we get to more baseball cards. And like I said, I'm pretty sure some of these are in sleeves, I think. Yeah, some of these are in sleeves, so some of these must have been somewhat important. But, oh, this one's stuck to something. Oh, there we go. San Diego Padres. The other thing, too, with the baseball cards is I genuinely don't really follow baseball, so I couldn't tell you any of these names. I especially imagine because they probably played when I was young or even before then. Like, this card feels older than the others. Is there a date on it? 19, hang on, what is that? That is 1989. 1989 for this one. Huh. Because this one feels like it's actually like the same cardboard as like this box that it's in. You know how a lot of times cards will have like that finished feel to it? That one is not finished. It is just like a sheer piece of cardboard. Oh, that's not baseball. That's basketball. All right, so we have Digimon. Two different types of Digimon. We got Yu-Gi-Oh! We got Pokemon. We got baseball. We got Uno. So that's 6. Then we got basketball. So for 7. And I believe if I saw it right, there's hockey after that. So 8 different types of cards. Some more hockey, some more basketball. Okay. Yeah, see, this is another one. I'm not a big sports person. Like, I follow the teams that I follow. Mostly gonna be, oh, there you go. Jordan and Pippen. Those two I know. Mostly I follow the Detroit teams and the DC teams just because those are the two places that I've lived for the vast majority of my life. But Mark McGuire. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, there's a tiny one popping out. Oh no. What is this? What is this? What is this tiny card? Oh, I'm gonna have to take it off screen for a second because I cannot read that. Dan Pasqua, I think it says. That is so tiny. Oh my god, it has tiny little facts. I don't know what this is or where it came from, but we have it, I guess. There's also this thing. It says World Series Trivia. It's one of those, like, you can move it and see things change. Like 1979. Does it actually have trivia? Willie leads the family. So it's got, like, actual information about, like, the World Series from 1979. That's kind of cool. Got some more baseball, Baseball, yeah, see, this is the one in a sleeve. Do these baseball ones first. So, yeah, so this one's in a sleeve. Dante Bichetti. I know nothing about this person. This is 1992, it says. I wonder why this one's in a sleeve, but none of the other ones were. In 1992, which would explain why I don't know a lot of these people, I was born 2 years after that. Oh my god, there's football now too? Okay. So that's what did I say earlier? 8, so 9 different types of cards. Some more baseball, and then Pokemon, I guess. What are these? What the heck are these? These aren't like actual Pokemon cards. Series 2 Topps trading cards. Oh, this one has like a checklist on the back of it, so you can keep track of how many of the cards you have. Looks like these are quite literally just collectibles. Yeah. So these aren't even like not trading cards. These aren't playing cards. These are just like straight up trading cards. Fascinating. And some of them are just like screenshots. Like I'm pretty sure this one's from the first movie, right? Like Mewtwo and his evil Pokemon. Some of these are really stuck together though. Oh, what the heck is that? Hang on, please hold. This thing is real trippy. Look at that. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's it's like 3D. Like you can see the card. That's really weird. Published in September 1999. Okay, sure. Some more Pokemon. It was a Foily Golem. Squirtle. Oh yeah, see, they're not... Oh my goodness, some of them are really stuck together. Oh, I'm afraid to pull those cards apart because I don't want to, like, mess them up. Oh, God. Okay. Because these are, like, they're not full trading card material. They're like kind of slick. It's almost like laminated, almost. Yeah, there was something sticking those cards together. We got James, Professor Oak. See, now we're upside down again. Some of these, yeah, this one's stuck together too. What the heck? They are like real. They don't slide super well either. These are not... It's a good thing these are not playing cards. They are... Oh my goodness, look at that Jigglypuff. Ooh, it's actually like... It's textured. Like the foil is raised. That's kind of sick, actually. But yeah, it's a good thing those are not like actual playing cards and they're just trading cards, because I feel like if they were actual playing cards, what is that they would be a little too unwieldy. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Oh, and then there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the back of them too. Okay, so some more. There's a lot of repeats, but there's also a lot missing. And like I know that some of them had those like checklists at the back. Do they all actually have the checklist? No. They have details about the Pokemon. Ooh, fancy foily Arcanine. I don't know how many of these. Oh, and a foily Growlithe. I don't know how many of these exist, like how many were printed, because I feel like that determines... Here, I'm going to set the Yu-Gi-Oh cards down for a second because there's too many cards in my hand. I don't know how many of these were printed or exist, so it's hard to know if like there's a complete set or something like that. But ooh, fancy Ninetales. But like this one's shiny too. I didn't realize these ones could be. Magikarp Mayhem. I don't even remember. Oh, Pokemon 2000. So that was another movie, right? That was that the Lugia movie? I think it was. This is another one of those raised. Yeah, this is another one of those like raised foils. Fearow. I imagine the Jigglypuff one is rare. Oh, Rattata. Same thing. That raised foil. But considering I play... What the heck? This is very different. These two cards are very different than the rest of them. Considering I play Magic, it's like, I'm used to certain ways that cards are printed and exist and things like that. What is this? Mewtwo strikes back, enshrouded in a ball of psychic energy. And then it also just has Arcanine on the other side? Poke Trivia. Which characteristic about Arcanine has been admired for centuries? Lock those guesses in. The answer is its beauty, obviously. Not its speed or fire breathing, but it's how cute it is. And then we have this thing. Pokemon Battle E card for Ruby and Sapphire. So this is the first thing I've seen from like a third generation. But third generation was easily my favorite generation. Still is, to this day. Hoenn is my favorite Pokemon generation. But it looks like it's a trainer's team. Lady Astrid, she has a Mawile, a Minun, and a mystery Pokemon. The mystery Pokemon has leftovers on it and a mystery attack, but it also has Sunny Day, Swagger, and Faint Attack. And it looks like it has like a little strip down here. Like you could swipe it. So like maybe you'd swipe it and battle against this team in like Ruby and Sapphire, maybe? I have no idea. All right, let's take a look at these Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were in there. And of course, starting strong with one that I do not know because it is in another language. I am once again assuming Japanese. We're going to continue that trend, apparently. This whole stack, we just got some... Oh no, oh my goodness, that card has seen better days, hasn't it? Holy cow. Launcher Spider. This is literally a hole in this card. Like you can see my finger on the other side of it. This poor card. Oh man. Sphinx Telia. Change of Heart. I remember this card. I don't know if it's any good, but I do remember it. Manga Ryuran. Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, I remember him too. Gearfried, Swift Gaia. Yeah, so these are also... Oh my god. This poor Gaia card. What happened to something? I feel like a dog, right? Like an old dog of mine probably got into some of these. They must have, right? Guilford, Monster Reborn. So I think a lot of these are also from some of the original couple of sets. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh for too long, although these are kind of shiny. So I imagine that I don't have a lot of the Relinquished. That's a good card, right? That showed up in the anime at one point, I think. So I imagine a lot of these are not newer. Ukazi. But I don't know anything about most of these. So, once again, Elemental Hero Sparkman. I think the Elemental Heroes were big in one of the anime series. It was the one where they went to school, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Shield and Sword, yeah, like some of these I remember specifically from the anime. Summon Skull. But I don't know if they were good, right? Because like the anime didn't exactly do the card game justice. There were a lot of missing things in there where they would just do some like random crap. So I imagine that knowledge of the anime did not translate to me being able to understand how the card game itself works. All right, here's some more cards sticking at the bottom. Some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and also something else at the back that we'll save when we get there, I guess. But Yu-Gi-Oh is another one that I really don't know how these could be organized. Oh my god, look at him. That is a friend-shaped creature if ever I've seen one. I don't know how they could be organized because, like, there's, magic cards and then there's monsters and trap cards. And I know they have types, right? So, like, the Owl of Luck is, like, what is that? Air type, something like that. So I know they could be sorted out by that, but at this point, I have zero clue how to play the game. That is just a gun. Why is there an ancient Egyptian gun? So I don't know. Oh, this card's also pretty messed up. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but there's like a big old dent in the top of it. So if someone wants to try to teach me how to play in the comments, feel free. I can't promise I'll pick it up, but Tower, that's just based on real world stuff, isn't it? Are there things in Yu-Gi-Oh that are meant to be like real? What is this? What? These are Desert Storm cards. Why do Desert Storm cards exist? Second series, the Huey Cobra and a Stinger missile. Oh my goodness. So, all right, for those keeping track, I think that puts us at 9 different types of cards. You can see where the cardboard addiction kicked in at some point, because what is this? B-52s? Becoming a fighter pilot? Lieutenant General Kelly? And M1s move out. Is there another one stuck to this? No, they're just really... These are thick. Like, these are some thick pieces of cardboard. But, like, the front of it is finished. The back of it is not. This is just, like, general cardboard. Why would they make Desert Storm cards? Because this is another one. This is definitely not a playing card, right? These are trading cards for sure. But, like, why? What is the purpose? We'll go through this stack. Looks like this might just be some Pokemon cards. A lot of them I imagine we've probably already seen, so we can kind of, zoom through Bayleaf. Zoom through them a little bit. See, here's another one. Isn't Coughing supposed to be in the Psychic types? I know they added some types in Pokemon. Ooh, that's a cool look at Xatu. I know they added some types at some point. They added like a Dark type, and they added another Unknown. What is that? That's I. So I imagine that the Dark type that was added, I think Dragon might have also been added. Steel. Oh, speaking of, look at that right there. Our first actual like Dark type, a Sneasel. Murkrow. Yeah, because... Oh, and a Steel. Okay, so yeah. So they definitely did add Steel and Dark for sure. And I think they also added Dragon. Did they add Fairy? Is Fairy a type? I don't know. Once again, let me know in the comments. I know I sound like a scrub, but I just wanted to go through a box of cards from when I was younger. So that is what I'm doing. There's a lot of different Eevees there. Ooh, excuse me. Got the hiccups. Ooh. Blaine's Tauros. Stantlers. Farfetch'd. Ooh, a Teddy Ursa. Nap Time. Remove all damage counters from it, and it's now asleep. Seems like a bad card. Not gonna lie to you. I know, like I said, I don't know too much, but I can tell you that I think it's a bad card. See, here's a Clefairy. When I was looking at that, like trying to get the all 150 in there, I had Clefairies somewhere. But apparently I just didn't put them in the thing. Gambler. I think they removed gambling from the actual games, right? Like you didn't gamble at some point. They couldn't call people gamblers. They had to call them like gamers or something. Which, like, as someone who plays a trading card game, there's not much of a difference. Holy cow. Bills for Days, Imposter, Pokeballs, Rocket Sneak Attack, more Moo Milk. Counterattack Claws. I will say, there's been plenty of trash exchange. They trying to call Zubat trash? It's kind of rude. We have seen quite a few like Gen 2 things at this point, but we haven't seen any Miltanks. And for those who are unaware, like I said earlier, it is my favorite Pokemon. I actually have a copy of every Miltank card that's ever been printed, except for the most recent Miltank card. There was one printed in a set like just this past year that I don't actually have, and I would love to get it. So I will get it at some point. But I literally have every other Miltank card. Ooh, Cramorx. I have every other Miltank card. I lost my train of thought. I got distracted by is that German? Yeah, Schwarmengriff. So a bunch of German cards. Don't know where those came from. But I have every... I keep getting distracted. I have every Miltank card that's been printed in a... what's it called? Like a frame. They're all framed and in my classroom. And all of my students will always ask about the Miltanks. It's always a good conversation starter when I get to tell them at the beginning of the year, like, hey, what is something that you can tell about me just based on the stuff in the classroom, right? Because like social studies, they got to infer a bunch of stuff. Togepi. And inevitably, there's always one kid who's like, I think you like Miltank. You would be correct. Here's another... Oh, this is another one in Spanish, though. Dark Rapidash, Blaine's Rapidash. So it's very cool. I also have a poster of Pokemon in my classroom that is out of date at this point, unfortunately. But it had every Pokemon that was made... Oh, there's a Japanese, I think. But it had every Pokemon that was made up to the point when it was printed. These are the ones with these are the ones with the different backs because they're in Japanese. One of the Miltanks I have was a Japanese exclusive card, so one of them is like that. But the poster is every Pokemon except for what is it? Hisui and the newest one, so like Scarlet and Violet. Had everything else. Oh, you know what? Let's go through that stack last because that is all hard sleeves. So those will be very unwieldy. And it looks like these are all energies. So this is an easy stack to go through. Yeah. Also, for those who have seen previous videos on the channel where we used Pokemon energies instead of basic lands, let me know your thoughts on that because I may bring that back for future videos. Spoiler, there's one coming up in which that is the case. Not because I thought it would be funny, but because I literally did not know where my basic lands were because we just moved, and I was digging through boxes and I found a bunch of Pokemon energies. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're just going to use energies and it'll be fine. And you know what? It was fine. So that'll be coming up on the channel here in a minute. So if you do see Pokemon energies make an appearance, don't be surprised. Holy cow, potions for days. Root Fossil, Metal Cube, Mary. Mary's the radio person, isn't she? Sleep, maintenance. Okay, cool. And some more Pokemon, like actual Pokemon. So I realized that this video is significantly longer than I had originally intended it to be. And I do apologize for that. Oh, there's F, there's O, there's D for the unknowns, there's E, K. Okay. So I do apologize for the length of the video. Hopefully it's at least semi-entertaining. Oh, there's Lileep. That's a 3rd gen Pokemon. So I hope it's at least somewhat entertaining. I'm having a great time for what it's worth, and I was hoping other people might also enjoy kind of coming along for the nostalgia ride of just seeing what the heck is in these boxes. So, but we're almost done with this box, and then once we're done, I think there's one more binder, and it looks like a couple of other little boxes that, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think I know what's in the remaining boxes. And I don't think they're my cards, actually. I think they're my dad's cards from when he was younger and he started collecting cards. So, in case you were wondering where the cardboard addiction came from, apparently hereditary. So we'll see if and when in the future, if I ever have kids, if they also inherit the cardboard addiction. I'd like to hope that they would, but you never know. I also, like I said, I'm trying to kind of go a little quickly because the video is taking a while, but if at some point, if someone sees something and you want me to go a little bit more in depth with it, I would love to talk about some of this stuff in the comments, Electabuzz, because I don't know what's in here. Like, I understand the cards. I can read the names of most of them. Some of them are in languages I do not speak, but I don't actually know much about them. And yeah, I could do the research for it, but I feel like that's going to take the process of learning about these cards. There's an Arcanine. In a way that I don't know if I really have time to commit to. Okay, so these are all in like hardcover sleeves. Like these are in like, what are they, pennies? Not penny sleeves. You know what I'm saying. They're in the hard ones. These ones have like prices on them. So I imagine they were picked up individually. $4. This Noctowl. Hang on. I'm gonna set these down for a second. We're gonna come back to this Noctowl. Don't let me forget. We're gonna come back to it. There's a reason. Energies. Ooh, a Tyranitar. Yeah, see, these ones are real glary because of the lights and the hard cases. Zapdos. This one's got like a... This is a promo. I don't know how well that shows up, but it's got a promo symbol on it. There's a Mew. That's a different Mew than the other ones, though. Dusclops. I think that's a foil Dusclops, actually. Suicune. Very cool. We decided, you know, the foil Dusclops, the Suicune, hard cases for sure. Yanma, hard case. I don't understand some of these being in the hard cases. There's another Zapdos. But anyway, back to this Noctowl. I don't know if you can see why I wanted to come back to this card. But I certainly can. There's more than one card in here. They are both a Noctowl, in fact. Oh wait, that's a Noirfang? Puiver Pokemon. So I think it's in French? If anyone speaks French, let me know. I have somehow acquired Japanese, German, Spanish, and French cards as a child in a town where a lot of those languages were not spoken. So I don't know what's up with that. Let's keep going. Master Ball obviously deserves a hard sleeve, right? Toon Alligator, for sure. Buster Blader. That one probably genuinely did when I was a kid. Gamma Magnet Warrior, Barrel Dragon, Just Desserts, Alpha Magnet Warrior, Time Wizard. Oh, so good. I don't know if it's actually good. Oh, look at that. Hello. This is a card I know. Blue Eyes, White Dragon, baby. Shiny, too. Heck yeah. And a Red Eyes. Now, see, this is the good stack right here. We have a Hitmonlee. I don't think that one deserves to be in there. Foily Dragonite. Foily Dark Machamp. I imagine some of these probably deserve to be in hard cases. I imagine others probably not so much. Oh my goodness, I just whacked my microphone. I apologize to all headphone users out there. Okay. Shiny Japanese Pichu. Pidgey, Shiny Blissey, and Energy. I imagine most energies do not deserve to be in a sleeve, but it's a metal energy, so it probably came out like pretty recently, and of course young Zach was like, oh, this is a new energy, I gotta make sure I keep it, right? Dark Golbat, Dark Slowbro, Giovanni's Nidoking, Snorlax, Foily Ninetales, and Pidgeot. Sweet. Okay. And there's a couple of other things in here. There's another Desert Storm card that I can see. Oh, 2 more Desert Storm cards, of course. What is a tank? What is a tank, everybody? And an LCAC. Don't know what those are? Let me know. All right, so that is it for this box. I'm going to try to get it out of here without whacking my microphone this time. There we go. You can kind of see my just stacks of cardboard everywhere. We have this thing. What is this? This looks like a Beanie Baby. Official Club. Nibbler the Rabbit. And you know what? There we go. There's Nibbler the Rabbit. Series 2, 4216, 1999. We also have this Arcanine card. Well, that goes with the other ones we saw earlier. Oh my god. Neopets. Yellow Lupe and green Shoryu. So we were at what earlier? 9. This makes 10. 10 different cards with the Beanie Babies. And then Neopets makes 11. These are both promos. So it looks like I didn't really collect them. I just kind of got them somehow. And then, you know, the Flag of Egypt. Sure. Looks like this goes with the Desert Storm stuff. Why it's just the Flag of Egypt and whatever this is, I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. Oh, my goodness. All right, I am going to try to clear a little bit of space because we have a couple more things to get through, which is wild considering how many cards we've already been through. But we're going to try to get through them, and we're going to try to keep this video not super long. I have no clue exactly how long it's been going, but I imagine a while. So we have these little gray boxes here. And these are the boxes that I am pretty confident belonged to my father. They're actually labeled DC and Marvel, which leads me to believe that they are, in fact, superhero cards. And this is another place where I know very little. So we are going to open them up. We're going to see what's inside. And they are, in fact, superhero cards. So, see if I can actually get these out without messing them up. So let's see what's up with these. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay, so yeah, so we got like Excalibur, Teams, Marvel 1992, and it's got information about Excalibur, Team Leader Captain Britain, first appearance. Okay, so these are, again, so this is not like an actual playing card. These are simply collectible cards, but they're pretty cool. And so like superheroes up at the top here for She-Hulk. Oh, and it's got like stats too. So She-Hulk, it's got her strength, which she's only a 6 out of 7. Feels wrong. Feels like she should be a 7 out of 7. It's got her intelligence as a 3 out of 7. Garbage. Energy projection, mental powers, fighting ability, and speed. I don't know exactly how they determined all of that, but you can definitely tell this was a product of its time, considering it focuses in, at the very bottom of this little paragraph, focuses in on her green-hued good looks. Oh boy. Okay, anyway, moving on. We'll just kind of like go through backwards. Morbius. Did y'all know it's Morbin time? Honestly, personally, I think that Morbius was a great movie and should actually be released into theaters for a 3rd time. I think that people would all go and see it. But unironically, and my wife gives me crap for this, Morbius was by far my favorite character when I was young. I thought this character was so cool, like living vampire, like that's dope. My wife disagrees. We have some supervillains now, so Hobgoblin. We have, what is this, Milestones, Fall of the Kingpin, Dark Phoenix Saga. I see some of them are upside down now, so let's flip that around. The Coming of Galactus, Days of Future Past, Death of Gwen Stacy. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of these are just like important events in the actual comics, like I Married a Skrull. And we have some Origins of the Hulk, more teams. So Fantastic Four, the Thor Corps, Guardians of the Galaxy, team-ups, Spider-Man, Darkhawk, Night Stalkers, Darkhold Redeemers, Wolverine, the Hulk, X-Men, Vision and Scarlet Witch, Cap and US Agent. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these because I feel like that would be, we'll be here a while if we do that. But what is this? Operation Galactic Storm. Let's see, this one's labeled Wars. So I imagine some issues going on there. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Almost dropped my whole setup. My whole camera just shook. Oh, boy. That would have been bad. Infinity Gauntlet. Rookies. How are you going to make superhero rookie cards? Kai Loon. What makes him a rookie? Like, what makes him more? Is it so? It looks like he was originally first appearance 1988, and I believe these cards were 1992. So before I was born. But I imagine that that is what makes them a rookie, right? Like they just recently came out. And then we have Cosmic Beings, some more Origins, Iron Man Origins, Heroes, Villains. Love Abomination. Phenomenal hero. Well, villain, but Cannonball. Blackheart, also a big favorite of mine. Okay. See, like, these are super cool. And these are ones that I know my dad was big into comic books when he was young. So it's really cool to see that he collected so many of these. I'll have to talk about these next time I see him. Omega Red. But it's super cool because a lot of these are, like, looking back on it, right? This is 1992. So a lot of these heroes and villains hadn't shown up in movies or anything like that. They were just in the comic books. And so seeing... Ooh, hang on. This one's stuck to something. Polaris and Psylocke stuck together. Concerning. Quasar, Rogue. Like, a lot of these hadn't shown up in any movies or anything. Right, because even 1992 is before. What is that? I know I'm getting sidetracked again, but what is that? What is a slapstick? Why is it a rookie? What? Steve Harmon, first appearance, Slapstick #1. He was transformed by an alien funhouse. He plays cruel tricks to fight crime. So he's a superhero. His stats, according to this card, are abysmal. His highest is his intelligence at a 3 out of 7. So I don't know how much we trust Slapstick when it comes to fighting crime. Bishop, Cerise, and Thor. Okay. But yeah, so because a lot of these characters hadn't shown up in movies or TV shows or anything like that in the same way that we see them now, I imagine that that's because... that's what influenced the looks of their cards, right? Because they only showed up in comic books and, oh my goodness, this one's full. And things like that. So I imagine... oh, that's hilarious. Would you prefer Namor? Or Namor? Take your pick. Moon Knight. I also... oh man, I love Moon Knight, dude. I haven't seen the recent movie adaptation of Moon Knight. I'll see, some of these are... sorted, but I do love Moon Knight. Whenever I would play, oh, I'm gonna get it wrong, I think it was the original Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I used to play as Moon Knight almost exclusively. Like, anyone else, they could join the team, that's fine, but Moon Knight was where it's at, man. Okay, yeah, so some of these are upside down, inside out. Oh dear. And I understand that these are my father's cards, but I would be willing to bet that somehow the chaos in organization is mine and not his, for reasons that we'll get to later, because we have one more binder to get to, which I believe was my dad's, and I would be willing to bet money that it is immaculately organized. He is phenomenal when it comes to keeping his things organized in a way that did not pass on to me, shall we say. At least at this age. Now, I'm a little bit better at it. There's a lot of Namors. It looks like a lot of these cards are kind of the same. There are a lot of... there's Colossus, there's Wolverine. So a lot of repeats in here. I don't know if this was like intended to be like the repeat box. There's Warlock. Oh my god, but they are like annoyingly, they're like backwards and upside down, and there's Deathlock, Mr. Fantastic, Warlock, Blaze. Yeah, so a lot of these we've already seen. Oh, there's Wonder Man. I don't think we've seen Wonder Man, have we? Wonder Man. Shadow Cat, I think we've seen. Yeah, so a lot of these we've kind of already seen. Oh, there's a Professor X card. That one we have not seen. All right. So they kind of screwed She-Hulk in the strength category. Do we think Professor X gets the 7 out of 7 for intelligence? He does not. He gets a 5 out of 7 for intelligence, but he gets a 6 out of 7 for his mental powers, and then quite literally has a 1 in everything else. So strength, energy projection, fighting ability, and speed. That kind of makes sense. All right, we got Nick Fury. Do love a good Nick Fury. See, this is another one though that I think we'll put one of them down. The like movies and TV shows have really influenced this character, because like this is just some generic looking white guy, and now if you look at even the comics, they are all Samuel L. Jackson, because like he is Nick Fury at this point. So it's really cool to see the movies influence the comics in the same way that like the comics would influence the movies. So I think that's super sweet. There's a lot of Nick Furies here. Holy cow, these are all Nick Fury. Okay. Namor again. Professor X again. More Professor X. More Professor X. More Professor X. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is definitely like the duplicate box. This is where like things kind of got tossed. Right? Shatterstar. I think this is a new one. I don't think we've seen Megan yet, have we? Got Namorita. Not Namor. Namorita. I'll be honest with you, I did not know this character existed. Fascinating. The Invisible Woman. I think we've seen her already. Yeah, we saw a bunch of her already. Some more Namorita. Ooh, Storm. First Storm we've seen. So there we go. So when I inevitably build a Storm Commander deck, considering we now have the Marvel crossovers, there's my commander. I don't have to go out and get the $70 card. I can in fact just use this and we'll call it good, right? We're all good with that. Honestly, with the Marvel crossover sets coming out, I could probably just go back through here and just like build a deck using these. That might be kind of cool. Let me know in the comments if you think that is a good idea or if that sounds like the worst idea you've ever heard, because, you know, it could be. All right. There's all of those cards. So we're down to one box and one binder. The binder, I'm not going to lie to you, massive. I am going to try to speed my way through that binder because I get the sense it's going to be a lot of what we're seeing in these boxes, but a lot more organized. All right, so this one says DC, but I do see a Ghost Rider on top. Oh, there are some DC ones, though. The DC ones are in plastic. Fascinating. Okay, so let's get the last couple of the Marvel ones. We got Ghost Rider, Epoch, Mad Thinker, and the Avengers. Okay, so we'll set those to the side. Then we have the DC ones. So it looks like these are kind of the same thing. So this is Crisis on Earths 1 and 2, Great Battles. And then it just has some details. I will say, though, in terms of the actual cards themselves, while like the front is pretty much the same, I think the presentation on the back of the Marvel cards is significantly better than the presentation on the back of the DC ones. Because like it's just a paragraph, right? Like, and I understand that we're comparing a person to something else. So, you know what? Supervillains right there. Black Tom. There's an extra fact. This is a Marvel card, though. This isn't a DC card. Wonder why it's mixed in there. There's another DC Crisis on Earths 1 and 2. Brood. Yeah, there's definitely just like some random, but this is a different set of Marvel cards. This is still 1992 though. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. So here's an actual DC like hero, right? So we got Mr. Miracle. So like I said, the same, like on the front, I think it's still a cool visual presentation, but on the back, I really think Marvel just knocked DC out of the water on this one. It does look like DC cards are trademarked 1991, so it looks like these came out first, and then Marvel kind of got the chance to see what worked and what didn't. but very cool nonetheless. All right, let's kind of, yeah, see, some of these are upside down, some are not. So we got, what is this? The Great Darkness Saga, All American Comics, Green Lantern. That's pretty cool. That's like an actual like comic cover. That's pretty sweet. I do like that. Professor X. So again, back to, these are like specifically X-Men cards, it looks like. Not just, yeah, like X-Factor, Colossus, Sunspot, X-Men. So yeah, it looks like a lot of those. DC Great Battles, we have Invasion. Invasion of what? Who's to say? When? Invasion numbers 1 through 3, 1988. Got Storm. Here's another DC hero, Metron. The Atom. That's a super sweet card. It literally is just like a tiny comic book. That is sick. Battle of the Tiny Titans. Okay, I can get behind that. We got Apocalypse, Sentinels, Warwolves. Yeah, these are very like X-Men themed cards. Lockheed, my boy. Lockheed and Kitty Pryde. Apocalypse. Oh, Team's Mutant Liberation Front. Okay. Mask. I think Mask was a Morlock, was it not? Yes, he's a Morlock. See, I know some things. Legends. Ooh, Magic. Magic's getting a lot of hype recently because of Marvel Rivals, but phenomenal character. Cerise. Oh, this is like Archangel Danger Room Test Sequence number 2. Hang on, do these... Oh, they do. So these ones like make a larger image. Fascinating. I don't know if we have all of them because it looks like it's at minimum 6. But if we do, then we'll definitely try to put them together. We have Megan, the White Queen. We do love a good White Queen. Millennium. What is this? What the heck? We'll come back to that. A couple of Banshee cards. What is this? What? I don't see anything on this card. It legitimately just looks like a blank gold surface. Oh, you know what? No, there's no way this is going to show up on camera. X-Men. It does show up on camera. It says X-Men right there. You can see like Wolverine. Oh, I cannot make out any other characters though. I can definitely see silhouettes of them. That is wild. That is a wild card design. Yeah, X-Men. Hologram checklist. Wolverine, Cable, Gambit, Magneto, X-Men. I don't know what that means. That is a sweet card. Definitely one of the wildest card designs I've ever seen. All right, continuing on. We got Green Lantern. That is like really thick for some reason. I think there's more than one card in there, but I don't think it's more than one card. I think it's literally stuck together. Huh. Hawkman. Wolfsbane. TechNet. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Quicksilver. Do like good Quicksilver. Oops, I missed one. More Banshee. Multiple Man. Hellfire Club. What is that? That is... Ooh, Ares from DC. Ares is such a sweet villain, dude. Blackfire. Also a very sweet villain. Yuga Khan. Yeah, see, now that I've opened this up, you guys are stuck with me. Joke's on you. This isn't a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel anymore. This is a Marvel trading card. Boom Boom. I have no idea who Boom Boom is. Mojo. We're all about the Marvel trading cards now. And DC. We have Cosmic Odyssey here. Not a ton of DC ones. Like, this box was labeled DC, but there are not that many. Oh, that is sick. Look at that. The original Superman Action Comics. That is so cool. Action Comics #1. That's sweet. Captain Britain. War of the Gods. Sauron. Megan. We got another one of the Nightcrawler Danger Room ones, but not a different one. Deathbird. Is this Orion? Oh, this is just like a checklist card for all of the cards. Oh, that's cool. Cerebro, and then Cosmic Odyssey. All right, sweet. So those are all of these little gray boxes. So like I've been saying, we got one more binder I want to check out. I am hoping that I will not take super long in going through it. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt to get these back in here. Oh, did we do it? We did do it. Okay. But this is quite the binder. I'm going to struggle to even get this thing out here, it looks like. Oh, goodness. Like, this thing is chunky. So this is the binder. But, like, from the side, look at this. Look at all those pages. And like I said, this is not mine. This was definitely my dad's. So we'll see what's in here. Okay, so... Oh, see, I don't even have enough space to put them all down. Can we get them off there? There we go. Okay, I'm just trying not to knock things off my desk. There's so many cards. I did not realize when I started this project of like, hey, I'm going to go through this box and just record myself going through it. I did not realize there was going to be quite this many things. So set some of those on the floor. Okay. So, looks like this is where some of our DC cards come in. And they're like separated out. So it looks like, so we got Blue Beetle Golden Age, Blue Beetle Silver Age, Blue Beetle Modern Age, and then same thing like Flash, Green Lantern. This may legitimately be all of these cards. There is a solid chance my father collected every single one of them. Oh no, this thing's caught. Yeah, so it's literally, you can't really see it on camera, but #1, #2, #3, #4. It looks like this is like a complete set of DC cards, which is wild. When did Hawkman get guns? We've got Shazam. It's interesting they do call him Shazam here, so this is after the Marvel switch. Superman, Wonder Woman. Oh, and they're like panoramas too, some of them. Like the Superman cards go together with the Statue of Liberty in the middle. Looks like the Wonder Woman cards go together, like the clouds kind of flow into each other. It doesn't look like the Cheetah cards go together. Still very cool, though. Lex Luthor, Mr. Mxyzptlk, Aqualad, Animal Man. Yeah, so some of them looks like they don't get multiples. Yeah, so here we start seeing less of the multiples. So like Aquaman, Black Lightning, Black Hawk, Changeling. Is this Beast Boy? Did Beast Boy become Changeling, or did Changeling become Beast Boy? Looks like the answer is yes. Yeah, Gar Logan Doom. Yeah, so that Changeling would be Beast Boy. I would know him by Beast Boy, not Changeling. Cyborg. Elongated Man. Okay. This is sweet, dude. I am very happy that this is like a complete set of cards. I have no idea if any of these are rare. Is that Peacemaker over here? Heck yeah. Everyone's favorite version of John Cena. I don't know if any of these are like rare or hard to come by. I don't know how these were acquired. Like, I don't know if these were found in like packs of cards like you would find in like, you know, Magic, Pokemon and stuff like that, or if it was you could buy specific ones or they came in comic books. So once again, I know I've asked a lot of questions to the comment section, but if you know how these cards were acquired, let me know, because I would love to know that. I'm going to kind of move a little bit quicker, because if I don't move quicker through this binder, we're never going to get out of here. Starro. Okay, and this is where we get away from the villains, it looks like. Because we went from like Villains from Beyond into Great Battles here. Oh, and these ones are going to be easier to see because they're horizontal rather than vertical. Man, I still got the hiccups. I apologize if those are coming through on the microphone. Cosmic Odyssey, Invasion, The War of the Gods. These are super sweet, man. Okay, and here's like the actual comic book arts. So the Action Comics, All-Star, Hawkman. Okay, so this explains though why there weren't that many DC cards in the boxes, because it looks like those were only, bonuses. Oh my god. Bro, these are all like foiled promos. Some of them still have price tags on them. $7, $12, $12. That is sick. So I'll do my best to try to see what they are. They're not showing up super well. So we have Darkseid is this one. This one's also Darkseid. Hawkman, Superman. Explains why it's the $12 one. Also Superman. Looks like Wonder Woman is this one. And this one's Wave Rider. Dude, those are so cool. DC Hologram Hall of Fame. That is sick. Looks like there's a couple more in here too. And then some other like Superman, Wonder Woman. All right, let's see. So this one's Clark Kent and Lois Lane. This one here. This is Deathstroke. Love Deathstroke. Oh boy, what is that one? That one's Lobo. This one is also Lobo. And then this one is Green Lantern. I wonder why... Because it looks like... And again, this is my dad collecting these, not me. So I wonder why he tried to get 2 of each. Because he pretty much has 2 of almost all of them. I don't know if he was just trying to get as many as possible. And then... Oh my goodness, we have more cards. But they're not stuff we've seen. These are cars. I didn't know cars had trading cards. Okay. Exotic Dreams. 1989 Ferrari. 1991 Acura. 1989 Porsche 911 Speedster. Do they have like stats on the back? Oh, they do. Oh, that's so cool. It looks like he might have all of these too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it looks like he's got a complete set of these as well. This binder is sick, dude. So it's got like the year the car came out, the engine size, horsepower, top speed, estimated value, and owned. Oh, the owner of presumably like the actual car that they took a picture of. That's pretty sweet. Lamborghinis, Porsches. These are cool. Yeah, and it looks like a full... I mean, some of them are even older. 1934 Ford 3-window coupe. Why are there women in some of these? Like, why did they need models? Were they afraid that the cars couldn't sell themselves? This one's just a cop car. Highway Patrol. These are so cool, dude. My family has always been pretty big into cars. I personally am not huge. I just like put me in something and I'll drive it. That's fine. But my dad was big into cars growing up, which, explains a lot of these cards here. And I know my grandfather was as well. It's an Aston Martin. Because he wound up actually fixing up a 1942 Chevy pickup that we still have sitting in our barn. Absolutely gorgeous truck. I don't drive it nearly as much as I would like to, but are they missing? Oh no, there's 100. He literally got all 100. That is a full set of cards. That is so dope. And then, moving on from, of course, cars to the next logical step, which is Marvel. Do we think this is also a full set? Dude, if he's got like 3 full sets, that is insanity. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess keep an eye out. If there's any blank spots in here, then we know something's missing. I feel like, at this point I'm almost obligated that if there is something missing, I have to like try to find it. But I haven't seen anything missing, which is astounding. You know, because it's like trying to get a full set of like Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh today. This Deadpool. It just feels harder than normal. But I guess in this case, though, you're not looking at, there's no foils, right? At least as far as I'm aware. We did have the like the fancy, I was gonna say showcase. See, it's that Magic. It's gotten me. The like the silver cards. We saw those earlier. But I imagine that a lot of these, like this was the only version of the card, right? Like you wanted a White Queen, it was this version. There was no foil, there was no special artwork, nothing like that. So it was probably a lot easier to collect the full set of cards. And it looks like my dad probably got a lot more into the Marvel cards than anything else, based on the fact that if this is the complete set, then the other like little gray boxes we were looking at were all extras. Oh, he's got the full panorama. Oh, it's 9. It's 9 cards. But yeah, full panorama. Oh, there's another one of these fancy looking ones. What is this? It's Wolverine. Okay. Oh, this one gets its own page apparently. There's also a sticker here. So I wonder if my dad bought these or he tried to sell them. My best guess is he bought them. This is X-Men, by the way, if you wanted to know what this gold card was. And then we have, yet again, more cards. These NASCAR drivers? I don't recognize any names. Let's see, what's it say? Robert Yates, owner, Minifax. Yeah, they're NASCAR drivers. Cool. I wonder why those. What does that put us to? That puts us to like 12 different cards. Okay, so here's some more. So these are the Marvel cards that I remember my dad having when I grew up. I don't remember any of the rest of this, but I do remember these. These like style of cards, the ones with the stats, because I remember going through them and being like, oh, this character's stronger than this character. But I had no idea he had the full set. And again, these are the full sets too, like 1, 2, 3. That is wild, man. And like the dedication to just go through and like put them all in one binder like this. I don't know where he found all these card sleeves. I feel like and like looking at the cards that I was pulling out of boxes earlier, or even my other binders of just like, oh, these are, you know, generically put in here and kind of random. And then to get to my dad's binder that's just like immaculately held together and just absolutely phenomenal. There's so many. Okay, so that's out of the heroes? No, because there's team-ups here. Okay, yeah, so then we move away from the heroes into the team-ups. And it's got a little bit about each of the heroes on here, which is pretty sweet. Man, I wonder how many there are. I imagine once we get to the end, like we can get the answer to that question. There's more than 100. Because 101 is when we get the villains starting up. And like I said, I know I'm going kind of quickly through some of these. So in the future, if you would like to see any of these more in depth, please do let me know. I would love to go back through and like actually look at them, maybe read some of them out if people are interested in seeing what they are. But right now I'm just kind of, I don't know. It's like a nice little trip down memory lane in a way. I know these weren't my cards to collect, but I still have fond memories of some of these growing up. Because I don't remember this binder, but I do remember the little gray boxes from when I was a kid. And I remember looking through those cards. I imagine that's my dad keeping me away from, you know, this until I was old enough to not destroy things. But he's like, the extras, like, I don't really care, right? So very, very sweet. God, there's so many, dude. There's so many. Okay, so here's the checklist. So I imagine this is like the end card, right? Yeah, so 200. There were 200 cards. And then we have some more of these like foily looking ones. All right, let's see what we can get. We got, Oh, this is really hard to read. I think this one's, yeah, this is Ghost Rider up in this corner. Looks like Venom. Oh, these are both Ghost Rider. Actually, these are both Ghost Rider. These are both Venom. Looks like this is the Thing. This is the Hulk. These are really hard to see. Wolverine. Like, they're super cool, but man, are they hard to see. I like how I could have flipped them over. We knew this. I could have flipped them over. And then these look like the X-Men cards, but it looks like these he didn't have all of. Yeah. So, like, number 1 is missing. Well, but these are the same ones from earlier, right? Like, we already saw these? Am I crazy? Yeah, we already saw these. So these are just extras. These are extras that, for some reason, get the binder treatment instead of the box treatment. They're also backwards from the other ones. I don't know if anyone wanted to know that fact, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because if I had to notice it, then so do you. But yeah, so these are just kind of repeats from stuff we saw earlier, but I don't want to not go through every page because I worry that I'll miss something if I do. But this is sick, dude. I'm so glad that I went through these boxes of stuff. Some more X-Men. He's almost got 2 complete Danger Room panoramas. Missing looks like a single card out of there. Which one is that? 94? Whatever that one would be. Oh my goodness, there's a random Archie Comics card here. Sure. I didn't even know Archie Comics had a card. What are these? Dude, there's even more. Oh, this one's slipping out. Stay in there, buddy. These are like full-on art cards of things. Archangel, Black Widow, Enchantress. These are cool. Some more Archie comic cards. There's a Batman. What are these? These are Bernie Wrightwood. Advance Comics. More Archie cards. See, I'm telling you, man, this is where I got the addiction to the cardboard from my dad. Oh, looks like that's the end of it. Oh, nope. Nope. Joke's on you. You thought we were done. What is this? Robot Fighter. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have no idea what Robot Fighter is. So it looks like this is definitely not a complete set. There's definitely some missing in here, but not a ton, it looks like. All right, now we're officially at the end of it. Man, do we think I can close the binder like this? Or do we think it's gonna yell at me? I think it's gonna yell at me. Well, I will figure it out. That's an issue for me to solve off camera, I think. So anyway, though, that was the last of all of the cards I had in the box, I think. What is this? Maybe not. Oh no, this is... These are playing cards. Those are also in there. They are Niagara Falls. No, that's not Niagara Falls. What's wrong with me? Old Faithful, Yellowstone playing cards. Those are also in the box, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, those are all of the cards that I found while I was at my parents' place over the holidays. And it took me way longer to go through them than I thought it was going to. I legitimately thought I could do this in like 20 minutes, and I was so wrong. So let me know what you think. If this is the kind of video that you'd like to see more of in the future, let me know. If there's any cards you want me to go back over in a little bit more like in-depth detail, please do let me know. I had a ton of fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a great trip down memory lane for me. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, especially if you want to see more stuff like this. But otherwise, I'll see you all on the other side of the Dungeon Learner's Guide.